program. Viewer discretion is advised.
The Mad Doctor of Danganronpa! Jill Powers, the River Daughter! Sword of Poop and Scuba! It's Man Squatch! Penny! Sort of Booba Cuber, my favorite polar bear on YouTube. The lovely Sherry. Old Gamer 72 Cutlass. Man Squatch. The immortal Ghost Rider. Quad Sailing. Roll Tide, Keely Chow, Roll Tide, brother. Penny! Tyrannus Cygnus. It's time to wake the neighbor's voice with Southern Viking. Zeropio. Greetings program for Daryl the Derelict. Dean Krantz. I don't think I got everybody. Tom from Midnight's Edge. What's up, brother? Good morning. He says, I'm up. I'm up. I'm up. I'm awake. I'm awake. Good morning.
He only sleeps 4 hours a week.
I thought he had his sleep removed. I thought Tom had his sleep like removed, surgically removed. Like, we're going to remove your sleep. You can just stay up all the time now. Do whatever you want.
That might come in handy.
You just have to hibernate twice a year.
Just let him hang from a rafters in a closet for an hour. He'll be good. He'll come out refreshed.
Oh, like Michael Keaton in the 89 Batman where he's like swinging.
Yeah. Tom's like, I'm good. I've had half hour sleep. Let's go, bitches. Let's do this. We love you, Tom.
Shit. We love you, Tom. Oh, what's up, Mahogany? Draws $5 super chat right off the bat. Good morning, everybody. Make sure you catch Mahogany at the end of this stream. We're going to send you over there. He's part of the morning block. Good morning, Mahogany. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're kicking butt, taking names, and on track to have a great. It's going to be a great year. Good morning, Matt. Good morning, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well.
I hear they're actually gonna try to reboot the Grimm series.
Grimm.
The one based on the fairy tales?
The one that had like Nick and Juliet, and it was just called Grimm. It was on NBC.
I think I know the one. I think
why?
that might have been the one I tried to get into, and I tapped out after a while because I was like, look, I love the Monster of the Week story like everyone else. But I wanted him to go a little.
I kind of liked it. I don't know why. It just kind of struck my fancy for whatever reason. Now, some of it was dumber than crap, but
I just think at the time there were other things I was watching. So I might not have given it a fair chance But Grim Fairy Tales, come on. That's awesome. But yeah, if that's the one I'm thinking of.
They're playing Grimm on Comet TV. I had no idea.
Oh shit. Hang on, I gotta change something.
Oh no.
No, we're good. There we go. There. Add all my shocked avatar.
Gumbuddy said, I have the whole series on DVD and don't need a reboot or whatever.
That's all they know how to do anymore is reboot and redo and reimagine and this and that, and all they ever do is just
We've got a gifted membership from Olds Gamer 72 Cutlass. That gifted membership went to Fisherman 357504, who just became a sponsor. Thank you, Olds Gamer 72 Cutlass, and welcome to the Viking Horde, Fisherman 357. Thank you, sir, and thank you, Machini. You guys keep kicking butt and taking names. Absolutely the best. This one is just for you. Then we're going to show off a little work from It's Man Squatch. This one's just for you. A little way to wake up in the morning by burning down the village. Skull! You know what? Sometimes I just want to be that character Michael J. Fox is playing in Teen Wolf, where he's like, burn the fields, and when you're done with that, burn the house.
No lie.
Well, on a cold winter, that might have been welcome.
Speaking of cold, let me get this pulled up real quick. We've got like breaking news. This is from Grums over on Twitter. Let me add this because this is going to be fun to read, especially when the text is so small. Okay, so I'm going to take my glasses off just because. This is from Connie Bush over at EA Games. She was the one who's in charge of Veilguard. Bush. Hard to believe I'm writing these words, but here it goes. It's time for me to say goodbye. Today is my last day at BioWare and EA. After so much contemplation, I've decided to pursue a new challenge and a new project now that I've fucked up Dragon Age completely beyond recognition. Doing what I love most. Destroying RPGs. It wasn't an easy decision, when I say I love BioWare, I love it so much. I love the team so much that I actually destroyed the entire franchise. And what we've accomplished together, the destruction of Dragon Age. My time with all of you has been the highlight of my career. I want to offer my personal thanks to each of you for your trust, your companionship, ooh la la, and for the many ways in which you've inspired me and helped me to grow. I'll be eager, waiting to see what great experiences you create next and what franchises you leave absolutely destroyed. As a fan, I'll be rooting for you. If I can leave you with any advice, it is this. We all know making games is hard. Does anybody remember the Barbie doll that was like, math is hard? And they banned that bitch. Does anybody remember that? They banned that bitch because she was like, math is hard. Oh my God. That's what you sound like. Making games is hard. It's a part of what we do, but making games is also about the people and the reliance we have on one another. You see, we've got to rely on each other to destroy the gaming industry and leave it in rubble.
Oh,
Take the time to celebrate that win and lift each other up. The challenge and the work will always be there, but the moments we have with each other are precious and few. Let's stay in touch, everybody. $20 says as soon as she gets out of there, she's going to be like, fuck all you people. I'm on to my next socialist destruction endeavor.
Yeah.
Let's stay
Well,
in touch, Connie.
From the bottom of my heart, all I can say is bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye, Felicia. Bye, Felicia. So this was Corinne is indeed gone. The current rumor is they will announce the closure of BioWare Edmonton sometime around February, just before the Electronic Arts Town Hall. Basically, when EA talks about what has been going on for the last fiscal quarter and what's next. Her account was deactivated. Good riddance. Time for that DI bullshit to end. Over at Smash JT. So we got Grums breaking the story along with Smash JT going for confirmation. I'd say that they're just gonna move her around. They're gonna move her to another job. And Kronos gets it. He's like, well, bye.
Yeah.
I just wanted you to know that it's over. I lost my job. I've left the gaming industry in ruins, and I'm off to pursue my next adventure. You're damn right. I'd be like Curly Bill Brochies and be like, well, bye.
Well, bye.
Here's the thing, and I probably shouldn't say this because I don't want to give them any ideas, but I've been thinking about this for a while because we see this in every aspect of our life. We see this, the DEI, the intersectionality. We see all this. We have been flooded. Hasn't been a gradual trickle. It's been, here it is. We're loud. We're in your face. Deal with it. Love us. Or you're an istophobe. Blah, 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 blah. They've done it in every aspect. Okay. Here's the thing, y'all. If they had done this gradually, done this normally, not made a big stink, put some of these characters in a game here, maybe there, just made a damn game.
Yeah.
And if people didn't like it, then you could say the same thing that a lot of the gamers are saying now. Well, if you just don't like it, don't buy it and don't play it. That would have been fair. I would have been like, yeah, what are y'all bitching about? It's just a character. There's been no pomp. There's been no circumstance. There's been no, you have to accept this. They're just there. What's the problem? Oh, I'm sorry, Loki.
Well,
Oh my God. What is your
It's fine.
Is what
They tried throwing us in the pot while it was boiling instead of putting us in the pot and turning up the heat slowly.
And I'll give you an example. About 20 years ago, I met my first, and again, this does apply because it's all the same thing. My first transgender person. They didn't announce it. They didn't make a big deal out of it. They never said shit. I knew because I know an Adam's apple and I know a deep voice. But you know what? We worked with them. We called them she, her, called them by their name. Everything was good. They used the female bathroom. Where the hell else are they going to go? We were fine. Everybody knew, but nobody said anything because it was in our group. There wasn't a relationship established. It was fine. Same thing out in the world. Okay. These things have always happened. Everybody turned a blind eye because it was subtle. It was quiet. It was private. Nobody made a big deal. All of a sudden, here we are, 2025 and before, and all of this shit is thrown in your face. Guess what? It's y'all's damn fault because y'all don't know how to handle people. You don't know how to introduce
not only
things
that, but they're trying to push it on children. That's the worst.
And that's why people are like, look, a lot of this stuff, if it's just trickle down, we don't care. We can assimilate with it. It's fine, whatever. Keep it private, keep it natural, keep it. But it's in your face now. And it's like, if you don't play this game, then guess what? You're the problem. It's like, y'all obviously don't know your audience. So maybe you are the problem.
They're getting a lot of pushback now, and they should.
Yes,
and they should
agreed.
In certain areas, especially with the grooming of the children.
Right, Jill?
Well, that's
right?
what Jill just brought up.
A 5-year-old
is they started with the kids.
Hell,
Go ahead,
I was
Dave
5 years old. I wanted to be a damn fire truck.
And I'm not bringing in that issue to just harp on that. I'm just saying it kind of applies. It applies with everyone was cool with it until now we're being told you have to be cool with it. There's a difference. Yeah. There is a difference. And people are like, no, I don't have to be cool about nothing. I'm an autonomous adult and I live in the United States. Don't tell me what I have to be cool with and what I don't. And that naturally makes people gets their bristles up. It makes them not want to be agreeable with what you're trying to present. So
Yep.
there is a method and a madness and a way to do these things, but they
Well,
refuse to do them that way.
It's the exact same thing they've done with climate change and all this other shit. We're gonna force it down your throat, and we're gonna make you take the pill that we want you to take. Same thing with the goose shot.
Right.
Same thing with climate change. Same thing with all of it. It is no longer we're gonna gradually convince you that this is okay. It is now you have to be okay with this. You have to be on board with this.
Yeah.
You have to fully 100% support this, or you're raging, screaming, Yahtzee, blah, blah, blah.
Exactly. Exactly.
I hate to break it to everybody, but the climate on Earth has always been changing. It never stays still. It gradually, over thousands or hundreds of years, changes. I mean, it's not anything that is new.
And I absolutely agree with Cotton here. Got to stop being afraid of being called a bigot. You have to stop being afraid. It doesn't matter whether they could call you a Yahtzee. It doesn't matter whether they call you an istaphobe. It doesn't matter whether they call you whatever it is. Let them call you that, whatever. But Loki, I don't want to be labeled. You're going to get labeled either way. No matter what, this is it. This is the time. Okay, so you're going to be labeled as something. Either you were an ardent supporter and what do they call them? An ally, deep ally, whatever the hell it is, or you're the enemy. That's it. So if I'm gonna be the enemy, you might as well throw all that shit you want at me, cause sticks and stones, bitch. And I don't give a shit. Call me a bigot, call me a racist, call me whatever you want. I don't really care because it doesn't bother me because I know who I am. Right. I know what I do, and I know what I'm about.
I remember the first time I was called a transphobe on Twitter. It was because I'm still like, okay, whatever, go off, queens. But it was because it was when Scarlett Johansson was up for the role of a trans man. And it was based on
I remember
a true
that.
story.
And she couldn't get it because she wasn't,
And my thing was like, look, if y'all want equality, here's equality in Hollywood. If there's there was a trans actress in Daredevil. Netflix's Daredevil, the one, or not Daredevil, Jessica Jones. It was the one who played her secretary. Well, guess what? Nobody knew because she was hired as an actress, not as a trans actress. She looked female. She presented female. She was hired for the role. It worked. Nobody knew. And you know me, I'm just nosy. I like to look up, who plays this role? Who plays that role? And I'm like, damn, good way to handle it. So my thing was, if you have trans performers and for the sake of the argument, I hate this word, cis performers, we're speaking their language. Let's speak their language. If you have them and they're all up for roles, then guess what? They should be judged for that role. If Scarlett Johansson is the best one for that role and she's an A-lister, sorry, you got to compete with A-listers. They're probably going to make the role before you do, Miss Nobody. Then cast her. It should not matter if you are trans or not for what role you play. And I got called a transphobe for that.
Of course.
I was like, okay, go off. This got nothing to do with
Vegas said, I knew, Arwyn, I'm a doctor.
Oh, well, Adega, you're practically, omniscient. So of course you notice everything. But
good morning, Jester, and good morning, Arlena.
Arlena, Jester. So
no. If you've been watching this channel even for just a minute, you will know they use shame to try and get what they want. They will come out with the bell. They will walk you naked through town square. All go shame, ding, 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 shame.
Yeah.
None of that matters. They can shame you. They can try and cancel you. They can try and do whatever they want to. None of that matters. Yep. What does it come down to? I'm going to stand up and I'm going to speak my mind and I'm going to say how I feel and I'm going to talk about what I like. I'm going to talk about what I don't like. And if somebody doesn't like that, you know what they can do? They can kiss my rosy red cheeks or my pale white ass or whatever you want to call it.
And don't be fooled, y'all. There are more in the LGBT community that feel this way, that they are like, we are done with this nonsense. What the hell have y'all done? Y'all are ruining things for us. We just want to live our lives and blend in the background like everyone else. Why are you doing this? So there's a lot of pushback now, rightfully so, about this nonsense.
As there should be.
Yeah, as there damn well should be. This is craziness. So,
Right. Did y'all see this? Give me just a second. Let me.
Who's that?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Dave Bob.
Nothing. I was just going to say, we've had people in Hollywood and everywhere else, I mean, in the closet for years. And, and I have no need for them to just shove it in my face. I mean, if they want to do that, that's their business.
yeah.
But you can't, everybody else, it's not just the people that are LGBTQ, RSTL, whatever, they're not the ones, while they make a little bit of noise, it's the amplification from people that, are social justice warriors that are really turning everybody off about it.
Absolutely.
Speaking of justice.
Yeah, I love it.
Saw that.
I love it.
Oh my!
We need to get some more. We need to get some more taggers out there.
Yeah. Now y'all have no idea how pissed off that made people. Ooh, but hey, it is what it is. I'm sorry.
Oh God. Okay, so Killer Kaiju. What the hell, Loki, are you talking about, Killer Kaiju? Because we've got some stuff here from Manquatch.
Yes, Mothra.
It was like DC. That's the capital in the toilet. That's not exactly what I was talking about, but yes, that is funny. When I saw that this morning, I was like, "Oh shit, DC in the toilet." That makes perfect sense. Which it is, absolutely in the toilet.
It's a double entendre.
And then you got Mothra fighting Gojira in the toilet. Yes, she is. Mothra.
I like.
She gives him
I
a
like
swirly
the smile on Mothra's face.
Right? Y'all, my son loves Mothra, man. We watch the movie. He's got the t-shirts. He loves Mothra.
So, this is a rumor. That way you right out of the gate, rumor.
Okay.
I heard from a friend that is in the game industry that there is a game that's gonna be like kind of like Godzilla. You're gonna have these monstrous kaijus, and you can throw some Pacific Rim shit in there too. But the project has been stalled because of arguments over the gender of the kaiju. I am not kidding.
God.
Because they must gender every single kaiju, whether it's a he, whether it's a she, whether it's a they, whether it's a them, whether that's a whatever. The entire project has been put on hold because that is what they have been informed they must do. People need to know. I mean, I guess, back in the day when you had instruction books that explained all this, now, you don't really have instruction books. So it's got to be in the game. And it has to be explained. This kaiju is a he.
Aren't the
this
kaiju the bad guys?
Is a she.
Are they the bad guys?
I don't know. I just know.
The bad guys just make them all male. That seems to be the running thing nowadays. What's the problem?
Not in the gaming industry. They haven't caught that. They haven't caught up to the rest of the world yet. It's almost like Hollywood. What happens in Hollywood? They get on this idea and they're like a dog with a bone, and they don't let go until someone comes over, kicks them in the mouth, and is like, "Quit chewing on the damn bone."
Why does it matter?
With all of them going out of business, doesn't that tell you something?
Oh, it should. It should.
Hasn't every kaiju that's sailed down the pike been referred to as a he, just a general he?
Well, Mothra's usually a she.
Oh, well, Mothra's a she. All right, well, there you go. Mothra's a she. Godzilla's
there have been some
he.
she's. There have been some she's. And there's been some. Is Godzilla a mama? Is Godzilla a dad? Is Godzilla... What exactly is Godzilla?
Well, if you go with the one with Matthew Broderick in it, I guess it was a...
was a female.
It was a she.
Oh, that's a good point. I forgot about the eggs, the whole scene, and yeah.
You know, originally there was supposed to be 2.
No, I didn't know that. 2 in the movie?
There 2 in the movie. So originally they were supposed to take that one out and then fight another one that shows up after they kill the mate. And that one was supposed to breathe fire. They never did that. That was supposedly
that would be good.
the big reveal of the fire breath was supposed to be, and they even designed the fire breath like it was like gold. It was a gold color. It wasn't blue, and it wasn't pink or any weird shit like that. It was just supposed to be like a gold beam.
I feel ripped off. That would have been great.
And they put that in a music video. God help me, I cannot find where that music video is. I know it had a guy with like a giant fucking clock. He was like wearing a clock. See, that used to be a thing in the 90s.
Oh my God, you're talking about Flavor Flav?
It might have been Flavor
What?
Flav. Where he like holds it out. He holds it out and it shoots the beam at Godzilla, and Godzilla shoots its heat beam, and he's like, oh, and Godzilla's like, bah, and yeah. So apparently they like took some of the design elements from that and put it into his music video.
All right, Rocket.
So, yeah, boy.
If they want to, okay, whatever, give them genders, but what? It shouldn't have to shut down production. That's kind of dumb, unless they're going with Zeezers and Foof and Frog and and I'm not kidding. Unless they are looking, there's like lists and lists and lists of you can make a gender out of everything. You know, table and chair, that's my gender. Unless they're doing that, like legitimately trying to find, make it seem more alien and make it seem more, I don't know, but it should not have to shut down production to figure the shit out.
It's not obsessed. So I had a milestone today. I'm officially part of the 1 million views club. Congratulations, brother.
Nice.
I went backwards recently. Did you know? I went backwards by like 100,000 views.
Yeah.
Oh, I took a video off.
Oh, okay. Well, then yeah.
That had like almost 100,000 views. So I went backwards. I lost views. Someone pointed that out to me the other day. I was like, you watching my Social Blade, bitch? No. I just noticed that, you lost, about 100,000 views. I'm like, yeah, okay. It was funny. Because I give people a hard time all the time.
That's sorry, the dogs.
Can I identify as rich and wealthy, please? That's what I want right now. I'll be Kim Kardashian as long as I can have her money. And her ass. I'll take her ass too. But other than that, I'm good.
Adega says, I'm dead serious when I say that this thinking by these people is absent of four-brained reason. It's because they've got lizard brain. We can do an egg EEG to prove it. Idiots. Yeah, they've got lizard brain.
It's just
or Lizzo brain.
Yeah.
Or Alyssa McConte brain. Break it down any way you want to. Yeah.
It's just not that deep. I don't know why I don't know, y'all. I like simple things, and when things get too complicated like that, when they are complicated beyond a point of simplicity, when it really is simple, I just don't understand that. I'm just saying it's younger than mine, so it's probably paid. She probably paid a lot for it. I don't know.
So
I don't keep up with the Kardashians, no pun intended. I don't know.
I do not watch reality TV. That is just the worst in my opinion. That's the dumbing down of the human race.
No lie, when I want to feel better about my life, no shit. There are I watch Real Housewives. There's 3 Real Housewives shows I watch, and as much money as those women have and plastic surgery and all of these things to benefit them, they are some of the most miserable. I'm like, okay, I watched an hour. I feel good now.
So I've just got to ask, before we move on, are they going to have like their junk hanging out in the game? Is that why they have to do this? Are you just going to see a giant kaiju with a swinging beam destroying the city? It's like, oh no, the kaiju has entered the city. Oh no, the kaiju's penis destroyed the Empire State Building. Is some lady going to be sitting there typing in the Empire State Building and a giant peen's going to come through the window and like
God knocks it over.
Really? Is that what we're gonna? Is that why it's so important? I don't think they're gonna do that. I really don't.
Nobody cares if the monster is male or female. I mean, that's just fact.
Oh my God, Adega says they tuck. I can tell them how to do that. I've watched RuPaul for many years. We had a conversation about that on VacTube last week. Oh, you'd need some big duct tape for Godzilla. Ooh, mega control.
So DC Comics and DC movies is a major shit. They obviously had, failure after failure. The one good movie they had pissed everybody off. And some people even say that wasn't a good movie. Of course, I'm talking about Black Adam, which made more money than the other movies, but left you on the cliffhanger of I'm Superman and I'm going to deal with you. You've caught my attention, Black Adam. And then boom, you're fired, bitch.
Yeah.
Hey, but wait, Loki, I thought they were like totally going to keep him around and keep him for the next entry. That's what they told him. They said, go ahead and announce that you're going to have a big deal with Black Adam before the Black Adam premiere. And then everybody rushed to see it. And then everybody went, oh my God, I can't wait. And then they were like, yeah, bitches, we're not really going to do that. We just screwed you up. That's it.
Psych.
Psych.
Surprise. Yeah.
I really hope Superman does good, because I'm going to tell you right now, if they don't, that's the end of the DC universe.
Do you want them to succeed?
I don't, I love Superman. Always have. I've always been a bigger Spider-Man fan, but still, Superman is the OG superhero, and I don't want to see him crash and burn.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
Superman was my favorite growing up. Some of my first words were spoken while I was running around naked with a blanket tied around my neck going, Superman! When I was a kid. So, yeah, totally.
I actually had a Superman costume when I was around 5 years old, and my dad, he kept having to get me off the roof because I was ready to start flying.
I think they made a huge mistake here, because they had something that they could have run with while Marvel was shooting itself in the forehead.
Yep.
Because that's what Marvel's done. Marvel's just been like, let's play Russian roulette with a half-loaded pistol.
Yeah.
And they've constantly flubbed. They've constantly messed up. And DC could have ran in there and been like, you know what? We're gonna have a strong Superman. We're gonna have a masculine Superman. We're gonna have a Superman that you can get behind and go, you know what? This is a guy I can follow. We could have had some testosterone-fueled grudge matches. And what did we have instead? Nothing. They've done absolutely nothing. Since Black Adam, they have done shit. Why? Because they just dropped the entire thing and decided to reboot and start over. Have you seen Marvel do that once? Have you seen them shut it all down, start all over from the beginning, and reboot everything?
And they pretty much just kept going.
They've just kept going.
Yep.
Even when it was shit.
Yep. They kept going with the crap.
Even when it was shit, even when people
And
were
the
like,
one
no,
time
I'm done.
And the one time they should have recast somebody was Black Panther. They should have recast Black Panther.
Yes.
They had the perfect opportunity to do it, and they didn't do it. And that just destroyed that second movie.
Yeah, they used to do that, but now I think it's particularly with Black Panther, he did have cancer, and he was, again, the phrase, a person of color. He was a Black man, and it was it was during that time when a lot of this stuff was coming to head. So maybe in their minds, they feel like if they do, it's disrespectful. But if you take a total trajectory, which is going to tank your entire franchise of that particular character, you might want to fall back and regroup and think, okay, what is going to be the best for the fans? What's going to be the best for the studio? What's going to be the best for this character? But I don't feel like they did any of that.
Well, their biggest trap at Marvel was going with the MCU. I mean, all female, all whatever. Guys are the ones that watch the movies. They bring their wives and girlfriends.
Yes.
I think on the whole, I think as a general, that is true. I think there are a lot of women who will watch those movies on their own. But
and some
for the
of them
most part,
that really
I
like
do
them.
agree with you, Dave Bob.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it's always the case, but
no, I agree. I think it's mostly like
in
you
the
said,
vast majority it is.
I remember
men
I
with their
took
girlfriends and
someone.
wives.
I remember I took someone to see Avengers, and it's a long freaking time ago. The original Avengers, and they were like, "What is this about?" I'm like, "Well, it's about like Captain America." Who's that?
See, Loki, you needed a nerd girl all that time. You really
I
did. You
did.
found one.
I did.
A nerd man needs a nerd girl. It's just the way it is.
And once I learned that lesson,
yeah,
I've never been happier. So, Star Wars, nothing but Star Wars. Gator can do it way better than me. Na, 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 na. Anyway. Yet they put out Deadpool and Wolverine starring 2 straight white males, and presto, billions of dollars. It's not just that it had 2 straight white males in it. It's that, because Ryan Reynolds is questionable. It is the fact that they had someone that actually cared about the content and cared about what they were doing. That makes all the difference. Honestly, the story in Deadpool is completely whack. The story for Deadpool and Wolverine is a completely whacked, effed up, you're like, really? This is where you're going? But the writing's so good. And
it is.
The cinematography's so good. And the surprises are so good. You can call them Easter eggs. You can call them whatever you want to. They use them correctly. This is what happens when you use what you have efficiently and correctly, is you get a movie like that.
Oh my God. The scene where he's going through looking at all the different Wolverines. I think I watched it. Well, yeah. Okay. It's a great scene. It's a great scene.
Oh, the one with Henry Cavill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Wolverine's really tiny. Oh, little king. I'm like, yes, that is comic book, y'all. That is comic book.
Oh,
Wolverine
look at him,
was
man.
little.
Look at little Wolverine.
Wasn't he like 5'2"?
Yeah,
he's
like, but yeah,
so,
he's
for the
5
average
nothing.
guy, he's on the shorter side. I loved it. Love that
He's
movie.
a tiny little guy and angry.
Oh, and I was so disappointed when I found out Ryan Reynolds didn't really do the dance at the beginning. I thought, damn, you're going all out for your role. But it's still amazing. Still Deadpool dancing. I'm for it. I am for it. Daryl made me actually leave BackTube.
I like dog pool.
Dog pool, yes.
Dog pool.
What a screwed up little dog. And Deadpool's just like, oh, look at you, little guy.
Licking him.
Oh yeah. And now I hear someone's trying to sue Disney because of Nice Pool, and I'm like, what the shit ever?
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, that right there is just that's reaching.
Yeah, see, Sherry, yeah, exactly. He would stand out because of his height. Absolutely.
That's right.
That movie was great though, y'all, because guess what? It was just fun. It was fun. You didn't have to worry about being preached at. You didn't have to worry about being called anything. You went in, you got your popcorn, you have fun wherever you're at seeing that movie. I enjoyed it. It was a breath of fresh freaking air because of all the crap we've gotten. And if they could stay in that lane and stay in that zone, they will do great. They can turn this around. That's the crazy thing. I really do believe the studios can turn it around. But will they? It's another
his peepees got hurt, Boosh. His peepees got hurt. You know what? Okay, so there was and I'm gonna point this out because it needs to be pointed out. When Michael Keaton went out for Batman and got Batman, everybody said it was gonna be horrible. Why? Because he's too short and he's not Batman. That Joker, this guy, he may be the Joker, but nobody wanted him as Batman. And then they saw him as Batman and they said, I can't imagine anybody else being Batman.
Yeah.
What a great Batman. They said the same thing about Wolverine.
Great Bruce Wayne, too.
Yeah, great Bruce Wayne, too. They said the same thing about Wolverine. He cannot be Wolverine.
Hugh Jackman?
He's too tall. He's too tall. He's not short enough, blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. And then, poof, we get Hugh Jackman, and everybody's like, oh, my God, he's Wolverine.
He is a great Wolverine. He's a perfect Wolverine.
But if the studios had caved, like they caved now, oh, you can't have this person play this role because they don't have this set of vaginas. They would have caved and we would have never got that.
See, go ahead.
I was just gonna say we're in an age where they just cave and they do whatever. They want to talk about how they're standing up to people and how they're standing up for the people in their movie and blah blah. No, they aren't. They're selling out left and right and center. They don't care. Go ahead, Arwyn.
Just 1,000 years ago when I was in acting, your job was to be a chameleon. Your job was to fit any role, any accent, any nationality, and in some cases, if you could pull it off, any race. Nobody cared. That was your job. Your job was to be plugged into a role. And if you were the best for that role, guess what? Your ass was going to get hired because you want to know what was important to the studio? Making money. And if you were nobody and they found you and you suited that role better than anyone else and you were going to make them millions of dollars, guess what, Holmes? They were going to hire you.
That's right.
Now everyone's clutching pearls and, oh my God, this person is playing this character and they're not the race or the nationality, or they didn't have the background, or their life does not mirror this person. That's not our job. It's never been. Okay. Models are hangers for clothes. That is their job on the freaking runway. To show you the clothes, to be a hanger. And now, here we go. Okay, I'm going to put on my toque and go have some back bacon and beer and, have a nice day. I'm going to go out to boot. Here you go, Zero. I'm going to drink a whole gallon of maple syrup.
The back bacon. I'm going to have some back bacon.
Back bacon.
Arwyn, either they have
with my beaver and my moose over here. We're going to have a good old time.
Arwyn, nowadays, you either have to, you can't do that because you're not, this race, or you can't do this, and then on the other hand, we'll have black Vikings, black whatever, historical figure that was clearly white. And, they're hypocritical entirely.
They are.
The first time I had breakfast in Canada, I was like, okay, give me the pancakes with the maple syrup, and give me 2 slices of bacon, And they were like, oh, really? You want 2 slices? That's a lot of bacon. Are you sure? I'm like, bitch, bring me 2 slices of bacon.
Canadian bacon.
Right? And the meal gets there, and the bacon's like that fucking big. Why? Because it's this back bacon shit.
Back bacon.
And I'm like, what in the hell is that? It's like a thick piece of fucking leather. You can just take it and like shatter it like a fucking piece of glass. I'm like, what the hell is that? No, that's your bacon, sir. That's what you asked for, eh? That's your bacon. I'm like, no, that's not bacon. That's a leather shoe. That's an old leather shoe. That is not bacon.
I'm going to tie it to the bottom of my foot and walk out here.
Americans think they can just get anything, eh?
Oh, it's all right. When we take over Canada and make it the Arwenian Empire, I guess Arlena and I could learn Canadian. Be all right. We'll learn all the terms and the phrase. It's ham
with an edge. Yes. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Burnt ham with an
fun.
edge. I'm like,
ooh, do
pieces.
I get a whole fleet of Mounties at my disposal? Arlena, can I have Mounties? Can we just set up like a whole flock of Mounties guarding our palace? Let's do it. I want Mounties.
The only way to cook bacon is in a cast iron skillet.
Mm-hmm.
As long as it's not back bacon. Ugh. No, we're not doing that. Mm-mm.
Bob and Doug McKenzie, y'all. Bob and Doug McKenzie. Bacon.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Anyway.
It's a leather shoe. It's a leather shoe, eh? I don't know what to do with this, but you certainly can't eat it. It'd be like chewing glass.
Strap it to the bottom of your shoes and use it to walk on the snow.
Arwyn wants her mountain.
No, just to like be our palace guards. You know how Buckingham Palace has their palace guards?
I want to be surrounded, y'all. I want them all around me.
All around the palace. I'll be inside on my throne. I won't be, down there amongst the rabble. But yeah, I want the Mounties to guard the palace. No, I ain't into that. I'm sorry, I don't do. I ain't into that. I'm not. I remember once for sorority they had hired a stripper, and I was just like, this is not my thing. No, zero. Ew, no. Mm-mm. Nope, not into the Mounties that way. But I think I like their uniforms and their horses are cool and shit. I'm gonna need guards, so why not? We'll just let the Mounties do it. I don't know what their actual job is. I may be, infringing on what they actually do, but they can guard my palace. It's all right. Yeah.
Oh, Arlena's gonna personally bet all of them.
Yes, Arlena, we're on it. We have a job. We're set.
All right.
Our weenie is set. We've got our plan.
A mount me hat. Okay, last topic for today. Holy crap, we're flying through this. We've only got like 12 minutes left.
Ooh, okay.
Customers. Customers are saying no. Customers are saying no. They're saying I don't want it. They're saying I won't pay for it. Wait, drag queens are Arwyn's thing, but not male strippers. Interesting.
Only to do their makeup. I did their makeup, some of them, not all of them. I mean, y'all, it's not like I'm entrenched in drag culture every day. I haven't watched RuPaul in years once he went kind of woke. I was like, you too, RuPaul? Oh, for fuck's sake. But I do know a lot from that world. I do. It's useless knowledge.
Straight, Kronos. No pineapple.
No, y'all. No, I am not Madeline Kahn. No. Now, Arlena's the one who's going to vet him. Not that way, but you know what I mean. Yeah, no pineapple on pizza. Amen.
So much. I've learned so much today. I've learned so much that I didn't want to learn today.
That's what I was about to say. There's some things that I can't get out of my brain now. Someone give me a spoon. I got to scoop this out.
All I'm going to say is that
brains.
Arlena and I make a great team because with her, if you want knowledge, she's going to give you history. She's going to give you science. She's going to give you stuff like that. Me, I'm going to teach you how to tuck because I learned it from track. Not actually doing it, obviously. I'm any, not an outie. But it's still, that's the kind of knowledge you're going to get from me. So we make a good team. So there you go.
I don't know where to go from
we
there.
derailed. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't know where to go from there. Now I've got that damn Cat Williams song stuck in my head. Everybody's hustling, except I think for Arwyn, it's like everybody's tucking and tucking and tucking and tucking and tucking.
Well, I don't know how we got on that conversation on Back to, but we just did, and people learned a lot. Shit they didn't even want to learn.
Odin, if you're watching, please play for all of us.
Yeah.
Please pray for all of us. Holy crap. All right.
Amen.
People are done. People are finished. Finito, done. We're not dealing with this shit anymore. More people are opening their eyes and going, you know what? I don't want this. I'm sick of this. Game companies are going out of business. You've got Xbox saying we're gonna have 100 million people by 2030 playing our Game Pass. We won't even make consoles anymore. You will own nothing and you will like it. You will constantly rent from us. That is our new mission in life, is to get you to rent. I mean, imagine this. What does Xbox Game Pass cost? Like $25 a month. What's 25 times 100 million?
A lot.
Anybody? $2.5 billion. So they want $2.5 billion a month just from this one thing, just from Game Pass.
Good
That's
grief.
what they've got to do by 2030 to make this cost effective.
Wow. That is
It's
a lot.
Talk
2.5
about
billion a
economies
month.
of scale.
That's not any other business. That's not console sales. That's not game sales, because they don't want to sell you games anymore. They just want to
Yeah.
rent you everything. So they don't want you buying a game in a store. They don't want you doing any of that. They want you buying it through their app and only their app. And they want you renting the library for the most part. They don't want you purchasing.
So does this mean though they're not going to focus on hard copy games anymore, or they just
Yes. That means they've already fired like almost their
Okay.
entire physical copy warehouse, all their people that do physical copies. They've already laid off most of those people. I think they have a skeleton crew of who's left.
I kind of hate that. I
It's this.
do.
It's the same thing. DVD. But
Yeah.
Why is it so hard to get that steelbook now? When you used to be able to get them so easy. We used to be able to just walk into a store and be like, "Oh, look, steelbook." Now you can't find them anywhere. You're like, "Oh, if I didn't pay that $50 to get the Crow 4K Super Edition, I'm now going to pay $500 on eBay because nobody's got them and they're not
My
making any
God.
more of them."
Good grief.
So I'll show you something. I'll show you something. This is Mask of the Phantasm vinyl
Ooh, that's
from Mondo.
pretty.
Okay, it's like a blue. It's a blue smoke, is what it is. It's supposed to be like the smoke that comes out of the Phantasm, right?
Mm-hmm. That's gorgeous.
That I believe is already sold out. In a couple months, that'll be on eBay for like $100. I think I paid $25 for it. That means a 4-point increase in just a few months. Why? Because they're not coming out with any more of them. That's it. They're done. It's over. It's finished. This for the smoke color anyway. They'll come out with regular black ones all day long, but the limited edition stuff,
Yeah.
they're like, okay, we're only coming out with like 2,000 and that's it. Whoever gets one gets one. Whoever doesn't,
Mm-hmm.
you're up
That's
shit creek. Find it on
the,
eBay.
that's the appeal there. You know, you've got a limited edition.
Right.
Imagine
right.
all that gone because they're just not coming out with physical media anymore. They don't want to come out with physical media anymore.
I don't like
Physical
that.
media is going to become a very small niche thing where it's like you either have the money and you either can get it or you can't. It's going to be a privilege, not a, oh my God, look at all the shit I can get at Walmart.
Well, that they also want to do that so they can retroactively change stuff down the line.
Yes, they
yeah.
can. That's
And
Disney. for
yeah,
you.
you'd have no recourse of it if you don't have what it looked like before they changed anything. Then you're
Okay.
just kind of stuck.
What are they talking about? I will give you two perfect examples. Number one, the Kill Bill 4K they just released. Guess what? When you get it digitally, even if you own the previous version, you get the new version. The new version sucks ass. It looks terrible. So if you don't have a hard copy of the Blu-ray or something, you're going to get the shitty looking 4K version. And the 4K version looks worse than the Blu-ray version.
Seriously?
So if you own the
Whoa.
digital copy, you now have the new digital copy, not the old digital copy. They just overwrote it. They did the exact same thing with Aliens. So I liked the Alien 4K. I thought the Alien 4K was good. I thought it looked clean. I enjoyed it. So a lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people were like, this sucks because of the film grain and other things they did, and the fact that Cameron uses AI to do touch-ups. That was an issue. So what happens? The digital copy I have on Fandango, Voodoo, whatever they call it now, that is now the new version. Even though I own the old version, I bought the old version, they just uploaded the new version and overwrite the old one, even if you didn't have it in 4K. Even if you had it in 1080p. What they've done is they put the 4K in there and then lowered the resolution scaling so you only get 1080p. But it's still the 4K copy of the movie. So the old copy, the original, is gone. Poof. Vanished. Never to be seen again.
Oh my God.
That is what you're dealing with. So, I mean, they pretty much like, it's like the original trilogy being erased from existence. Unless you can go out and find the hard copy DVDs that has the original THX version on it, you're screwed. And what do I mean by the original THX version? The version that was made in the 90s before they added all the special edition gunk that was re-released into the theaters that cleaned up the video, cleaned up the audio, and that's all they did. They didn't add anything to it. They just cleaned up the video and the audio. Han still shoots first, all that shit. No altered scenes. You can still buy those DVDs. They're just hard as shit to find. Some of them are expensive. Squeaka Mouse, what is up? Squeaka has gifted 5 Loki's Mornings of Mischief memberships. Thank you so very much, Squeaka Mouse. That membership went to Irate Specialist. What's up, Irate? Snowdub. Snowdub got a membership.
Nice.
The lady.
Oh,
Arwyn
thank you,
Avalon,
Squeak. I got one.
got a membership.
Thank you.
Me and my monkey
So much.
got a membership. And Marcus Felix got a membership. Thank you
Yay.
so very much, Squeaky Mouse, for those 5 Loki's Mornings of Mischief memberships. It is very much appreciated.
That's awesome.
We love you, Squeaka.
Thank you, Squeaka.
If I can do a heart right, I don't know if I can do,
There you go. It was close enough. Yeah, that
close
worked.
enough. I didn't want it to look like something else. God help me, because I do that enough. I'm like, that's not what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
God damn it.
The brown flower.
Lord.
Never mind.
Double
Oh, I've had too much coffee this morning now. I'm done with my second cup.
The best part of waking up is Arwyn in your cup.
I'd probably taste like kombucha or something. I don't know. It tastes good like
Kombucha.
I don't like them. Isn't that it's like syrupy and sweet?
Kombucha.
I don't know. Whatever the hell it is.
Kombucha.
I'd rather taste
I'm like,
coffee.
ambucha. What the hell is ambucha?
Kombucha. I don't know. Anyway.
Kombucha.
Kombucha. Some sweet and syrupy. Blah. We want coffee in the morning.
It's supposed to be good for you.
Yeah.
What do you guys got coming up? What's coming down the pipe? What's going on? I know we're going to send everybody to Machinies here in a minute, but what do you got going on? Is there a back tube tonight?
Yes, there is. As far as I know, Daryl back tube tonight, 7:00. Sugar and Spice will be next week on Tuesday. We meant to do it this week, but because it's the new channel, YouTube was like, 24 hours. Which you set shit up before you can actually stream. So we're like, all right, that's fine. We didn't want to do it on any other day other than Tuesday. So next week, 6:00 my time. What the hell is that? Eastern. We've got a Sugar Spice. And then next Wednesday at noon, I will be, at noon, I'll be streaming on my channel. So that's what we got coming up.
Busy girl.
What about Arwyn's cups?
They're fine right where they need to be.
We are not doing 2 Arwyns, 1 cup.
God, y'all. No.
Mahogany's all ready to go. He's like, we're going to be talking about games today. We're going to be going off. We're going to be drawn. We're going to be doing this. We're going to be doing that. We're sending everybody over there now Skull and Tuck and Roll, Mahogany, and we're out of here. Guys, make sure you catch us later tonight for the late show here on Loki's Mornings of Mischief. I know it's like goes against everything that we stand for. Mornings, and we're going to be doing late night. Loki's Mornings of Mischief's late night show. Makes perfect sense to me. Skull, Tuck, and Roll, guys. Be safe, be excellent to each other. Always speak friend enter. We'll see you on the next one. Everybody have a great day. Kick ass, Valhalla. You got through the week. Have a great one.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.